The spoon slipped from Amara's hand and clattered against the dining table. The laughter stopped for only a second. Then Tunde leaned toward his sister, Bisi, and said in Yoruba, "I told you she would jump like a frightened chicken." Bisi burst into laughter. "Brother, she still has no idea what we're saying. Look at her face." Amara slowly bent down, picked up the spoon, and forced a smile. "I'll get another one," she said calmly. As she walked toward the kitchen, she felt her heartbeat pounding against her chest. Every single word they had just spoken made perfect sense. She had understood Yoruba since she was 10 years old. Her late grandmother had raised her for several years in Ibadan before she returned to Enugu. She had simply never mentioned it after marrying Tunde. There had never been a reason to, until now. She stood in the kitchen gripping the countertop. So, this is what they've been doing. Every family gathering, every whispered conversation, every sudden laughter, every strange glance. It all made sense. She returned with another spoon as though nothing had happened. Tunde smiled warmly. "My love, are you okay?"
Ai fine.
"You dropped your spoon."
Igusai stirred.
Bisi exchanged another look with her brother before speaking Yoruba again. See how easy it is to fool her. Tunde chuckled softly. "I told you. She believes everything." Amara swallowed the lump in her throat and continued eating without reacting. Not today. She wasn't going to give them the satisfaction. It had been almost 3 years since Amara married Tunde. To outsiders, they looked like the perfect couple. He owned a thriving logistics company in Lagos. She worked as a senior accountant for a manufacturing firm. They lived in a beautiful home in Lekki. Their social media pages were filled with anniversary photos, birthday surprises, vacations, and smiling faces. Everyone admired them. Everyone except the people inside the marriage. Bisi had never accepted Amara. From the first day Tunde introduced them, Bisi smiled with her lips but not with her eyes. "So, you're the famous Amara," she had said. "I've heard so much about you. I hope everything you've heard is good." Amara replied, "Oh, of course." But the tone behind those words said something different. After the wedding, Bisi began visiting almost every weekend. Sometimes she arrived without calling. Sometimes she stayed overnight. Sometimes she stayed for 3 days. Tunde never complained. "She's my only sister. She's family. You know how close we are." Amara tried to understand. She cooked for Bisi, bought birthday gifts, helped whenever she asked. Still, nothing was ever enough. One Saturday afternoon, Amara prepared jollof rice and grilled chicken for everyone. As soon as she stepped into the kitchen to bring drinks, Bisi leaned toward Tunde. "This rice is too soft. It tastes like hospital food." Tunde laughed. "You know she can't cook Yoruba food." Bisi smirked. "She can't even cook ordinary rice." Both of them laughed. Amara had heard everything. Yet she walked back into the dining room smiling. "Hope the food is okay?" "It's delicious," Tunde replied immediately. Bisi nodded dramatically. "Very nice." Amara simply sat down. Inside, something had begun to crack. The insults became more frequent. Whenever relatives gathered, Tunde and Bisi switched to Yoruba. Sometimes they mocked her clothes. Sometimes her family. Sometimes her Igbo accent. Other times they laughed about how easily she trusted people. One Sunday after church, Bisi whispered, "Brother, if she wasn't pretty, would you have married her?" Tunde laughed. "No chance." And now, sometimes beauty is expensive. They both laughed. Amara kept looking through the church bulletin as though she heard nothing. She noticed something. People often assume language is a hiding place. They forget expressions can expose. Amara didn't sleep that night. She lay beside Tunde, listening to his steady breathing while Bisi's words echoed in her mind. She's so innocent. She still believes this marriage is about love. She turned and stared at the man she had trusted with her whole heart. 3 years of marriage. 3 birthdays celebrated together. 3 wedding anniversaries filled with promises. Had it all been nothing more than a carefully rehearsed performance? The next morning, Tunde leaned over and kissed her forehead before leaving for work. "Don't forget we're having dinner together tonight." She forced a smile. "I won't." As soon as his car disappeared through the gate, Amara locked the bedroom. One evening, Amara called her best friend, Chioma. "Can I ask you something?" "Of course." "If someone keeps insulting you behind your back, would you confront them immediately?" Chioma became quiet. "Why are you asking?" "Just answer."
No.
"Why?" "Because I would first find out how much they really think I don't know." Amara smiled faintly. "That's exactly what I was thinking." "Kenneth." Chioma corrected herself with a laugh. "Sorry, Amara. You're sounding dangerous." "I'm just tired." "Is Tunde involved?" There was silence. "Amara?" "Yes." Chioma sighed. "I knew something wasn't right. Every time I see him around his sister, you become unusually quiet." "I'll be okay."
No.
"You won't. Not if you're carrying everything alone." "I'll handle it. Promise me one thing." "What?" "Don't react emotionally." Amara looked toward the sitting room where Tunde and Bisi were laughing over a television program. "I won't." The following Friday, Tunde announced another family dinner. "My cousins are coming." "Wonderful," Amara replied. "You'll cook?" "Sure." Bisi arrived first. She walked into the kitchen carrying nothing. "So, we're eating your experiments again?" Amara smiled politely. "I hope you'll enjoy this experiment." Bisi rolled her eyes. The guests arrived. Everyone praised the meal. "This soup is amazing." "Amara, you've outdone yourself." Tunde smiled proudly for the visitors to see. "My wife is the best." The moment everyone focused on eating, Bisi leaned toward Tunde. "You deserve someone from home. Someone who understands our culture." Tunde replied quietly. "It's too late now." "Is it? What do you mean?" "There are ways." Amara's hands froze under the table. "There are ways." The words echoed in her mind. What exactly did Bisi mean? Later that night, after everyone left, she decided to do something she had never imagined herself doing. She searched online for a tiny digital voice recorder. The next morning she bought one, not because she wanted revenge, because she wanted certainty. The opportunity came sooner than expected. 3 days later, Amara returned home earlier than usual after a meeting was canceled. As she stepped toward the front door, she heard voices inside. The door wasn't fully closed. Bisi was in the living room. "So, when are you telling her?" Tunde sighed. "I'm waiting." "You've been waiting for months." "I know. You can't keep protecting her forever." "I said I'll handle it." Amara quietly reached into her handbag. Her fingers found the recorder. She pressed one button. Recording. Her breathing slowed. Bisi continued. "If she finds out from someone else, she'll make it difficult." Tunde lowered his voice. "She won't find out. Brother, don't underestimate women." "I know exactly what I'm doing." Amara's stomach tightened. "Find out what?" She remained outside the door, barely breathing. Then Bisi laughed. "She's so innocent. She still believes this marriage is about love." Amara closed her eyes. Those words hit harder than any slap. She wanted to storm inside. She wanted answers. She wanted to scream. Instead, she stayed exactly where she was, because for the first time, she realized something much bigger was hiding behind the insults. And whatever it was only beginning. Amara didn't sleep that night. She lay beside Tunde, listening to his steady breathing while the words replayed in her mind. She's so innocent. She still believes this marriage is about love. She turned her head and looked at the man she had trusted with her entire life. 3 years, 3 birthdays, 3 wedding anniversaries, countless promises. Had all of it been a performance? The next morning, Tunde kissed her forehead before leaving for work. "Don't forget we're having dinner together tonight." She smiled as naturally as "I won't." The moment he drove away, she locked the bedroom door and plugged the recorder into her laptop. She listened to every second. Then she listened again. Each word sounded even colder the second time. She created a hidden folder on her computer and named it Work Files. No one would ever think to open it. By evening, she had made up her mind. She wasn't looking for revenge anymore. She was looking for the truth. The following week, Bisi returned as though she owned the house. She didn't knock. She never did. "Tunde," she shouted from the sitting room. "I'm here." Amara came downstairs carrying a tray of drinks. Good evening. Bisi barely looked at her. Tun smiled. My love, can you get us some snacks? Of course. As Amara entered the kitchen, she quietly slipped the recorder beneath the fruit basket on the dining table before returning with the snacks. The conversation began normally. Business, politics, football. Then, just as Amara expected, they switched to Yoruba. Bisi lowered her voice. Has she signed the insurance documents? Tun nodded. She signed them last month. Without reading? She trusts me. Bisi laughed. I told you she would. Amara almost dropped the tray. Insurance? What insurance? She remembered Tun telling her several weeks earlier that the documents were required because of changes in his company's staff welfare package. She hadn't questioned him. She had signed where he pointed. Bisi continued. You should hurry before she starts asking questions. I know. What about the house? I'm working on it. Good. Once everything is in place, she won't have anything. Amara felt the blood drain from her face. She excused herself before either of them noticed the change in her expression. Inside the bathroom, she locked the door and stared into the mirror. What exactly have I signed? The next morning, she visited her office during lunch break instead of going to the cafeteria. Her colleague, Ada, noticed her troubled face. You look worried.
Hai fine.
No, you're not. Amara hesitated. Then she asked carefully, if someone signs a legal document without reading it? Ada frowned. That's dangerous. Can they lose property? They can lose almost anything depending on the document. Amara forced a smile. It was just a random question. Ada wasn't convinced. If anything is wrong, speak to a lawyer. I will. That evening, Amara searched through every drawer in the study. She found loan documents, business contracts, tax receipts, but the insurance papers were missing. She checked the filing cabinet. Nothing. Then she heard footsteps. Quickly, she closed the drawer. Tund entered smiling. What are you doing? I was looking for our electricity bill. Oh, I wanted to compare it with last month's. I already paid it. That's good. He kissed her cheek. You worry too much. As he walked toward the wardrobe, Amara noticed something unusual. He removed a small key from his pocket. He unlocked the bottom compartment of the wardrobe, placed an envelope inside, locked it again, then slipped the key back into his pocket. She had lived in that house for 3 years. She had never seen that key before. 2 days later, opportunity knocked. Tund rushed out after receiving an urgent business call. Halfway to the gate, he suddenly returned. I forgot my laptop. Amara nearly panicked.
He searched the sitting room.
Found the laptop. Left again. Only after she heard the gate close did she notice something on the floor.
A key. Small. Silver.
She picked it up. The wardrobe key. Her heart raced. She hurried upstairs. Inserted it into the hidden compartment.
Click.
The lock opened. Inside was a brown envelope. Several property documents. A bank statement. And photographs. She froze. The photographs showed Tund holding another woman. Some were at restaurants. Others inside, what looked like an apartment. One picture showed them embracing. Another showed the woman wearing a ring. Amara's hands trembled. No. Then she unfolded another document. It wasn't just his name on a newly purchased duplex. It was jointly owned. The second name belonged to the same woman.
Che bello.
Amara had never heard that name before. She quickly used her phone to photograph every page, every bank statement, every property document, every photograph. She returned everything exactly as she found it, locked the compartment, placed the key precisely where it had fallen. Minutes later, Tund called. Have you seen my small silver key? She looked at the table where she had left it. Yes. It was near the staircase.
Oh.
I'll pick it up when I get home. Okay. He sounded relieved. Very relieved. That weekend, Tun announced they had been invited to his cousin's birthday party. The celebration was lively. Music filled the compound. Children ran around laughing. Food was everywhere. Amara greeted relatives politely. Then she overheard something unexpected. An elderly auntie whispered to another woman, I feel sorry for Tun's wife.
Why?
She doesn't know. Know what? They're already planning another introduction. The other woman gasped. Has his family agreed? They're pretending nothing is happening. Amara stopped walking. Another introduction? In many Nigerian families, everyone knew what that meant. A man preparing to marry another woman. She continued walking before they noticed she had overheard. Her chest tightened. The puzzle pieces were beginning to fit together. But one question remained.
Why?
Had she done something wrong? Or had this plan existed long before she discovered their mockery? That night, after returning home, Bisi called Tunde. She didn't know the call had been connected to the car's Bluetooth speaker, while Amara sat silently in the passenger seat. Brother. I'm driving. I know. Did you speak with Chief Adewale? Yes. What did he say? He'll support us. And the elders? They've agreed. Bisi laughed. Perfect. What about Amara? We'll tell her when everything is ready. She'll cry. She'll get over it. You know she's stubborn. She won't have a choice. Amara stared out of the window, pretending she couldn't hear. Inside, every word cut deeper than the last. She suddenly understood why Bisi had always wanted her out of the picture. This wasn't jealousy anymore. It was a carefully planned replacement. The following Monday, Amara finally did what Chioma had advised. She booked an appointment with a lawyer. She didn't tell anyone.
Not even her parents.
The lawyer, David, welcomed her warmly. Please have a seat. She placed the recorder, photographs, and copied documents on his desk. I need to know if I'm imagining things. David spent nearly 30 minutes reading in complete silence. Finally, he removed his glasses. Mrs. Adeyemi, her heart pounded. Yes, I need you to answer one question honestly. Go ahead. Does your husband know you've seen these documents?
No.
David leaned back in his chair. Good. Why? Because if he knew, he would start covering his tracks immediately. Amara swallowed hard. So, he folded his hands. I believe this is much bigger than marital betrayal. She felt her stomach twist. What do you mean? David looked directly into her eyes. I think your husband and his sister have been planning this for a very long time, and from what I'm seeing, David closed the last file and slid it back across the table. Mrs. Adeyemi, from this moment, you must not confront your husband. Amara frowned. Why not? Because people who carefully plan betrayal also plan excuses. If you confront him now, he'll destroy evidence before you can protect yourself. So what do? You remain calm. For how long? Until they believe they've already won. She nodded slowly. I can do that. David smiled. I believe you can. Before leaving his office, Amara handed him copies of every recording, every photograph, and every document. If anything happens to me, David interrupted gently. Nothing will happen to you. Just continue acting normally. For the next 3 weeks, Amara became the wife Tunde expected. She laughed at his jokes, prepared his favorite meals, attended family gatherings. Even Bisi relaxed. You see, Bisi whispered to Tunde in Yoruba during one visit. She's still completely clueless.
Tunde laughed.
I told you. Amara served them fresh fruit juice with a smile. Enjoy. The insults continued. She'll leave this house with only her clothes. She'll never see it coming. The new wife is far more suitable. Each sentence was quietly captured on the recorder hidden beneath a flower vase. Then one evening, everything changed. Tunde walked into the house unusually excited. My love. Amara looked up from the sofa. Welcome. I have good news. What is it? Our families are coming on Saturday. Oh, I have an important announcement. Amara smiled. That sounds wonderful. He had no idea she already knew exactly what the announcement would be. Saturday arrived. The house was full before noon. Uncles, aunties, cousins, neighbors, even church members. Mama Tunde sat proudly in the center of the living room. Bisi couldn't hide her excitement. This is going to be a beautiful day. Amara moved around serving drinks as though nothing was unusual. Inside her handbag were a flash drive, the recorder, and a folder prepared by David. David himself sat quietly at the back of the room. Most people assumed he was a business associate. Only Amara knew why he was there. After everyone settled down, Tun stood. "Thank you all for coming." Everyone clapped. "I've called this family meeting because I have an important decision."
Mama Tunde smiled proudly.
"My son, go ahead." Tund cleared his throat. As everyone knows, every family wants peace and continuity. Several relatives nodded. "Our marriage has faced challenges." Amara lowered her eyes. He continued, after careful consideration. Bisi squeezed her hands together excitedly. "I've decided it is time to move forward." The room became silent. Tund turned toward Amara. "I believe it is best if we separate peacefully." Gasps filled the room. One auntie covered her mouth. Mama Tund looked shocked. Amara slowly stood. "So, this meeting was arranged to announce our separation?" Tund nodded confidently. "Yes. I see." Bisi folded her arms. "We hope you'll cooperate." Amara smiled for the first time that afternoon. "I will." The confidence immediately disappeared from Bisi's face. "You will." "Of course." She reached into her handbag. "But before I leave, I have something everyone should hear." Tund frowned. "What are you talking about?" Without another word, Amara connected the flash drive to the television. A recording began. Bisi's voice filled the room. She still believes this marriage is about love. The smiles disappeared. Another recording played. Once everything is in place, she won't have anything. Someone stood up. "What is this?" Another recording. "The new wife is far more suitable." Mama Tund slowly turned toward Bisi. "Bisi." Another recording. "She signed without reading. She trusts me." The room erupted. "What?" Tund rushed toward the television. "Turn it off." David stood immediately. "I wouldn't advise that." Everyone turned. David calmly removed his identification. "I'm Mrs. Adeyemi's legal representative." The room fell silent again. Amara opened the brown folder. "These are certified copies of the property documents." She handed them to the oldest uncle. He adjusted his glasses. His face changed instantly. Tund. No answer. "Is this your signature?" Silence. "And who is Nkechi Bello?" Nobody spoke. Mama Tund's hands began shaking. "Tund." Amara placed the photographs on the table. One by one, relatives picked them up. The whispers grew louder. "He bought another house? He's engaged. He planned all this?" Bisi finally shouted. "Those pictures don't prove anything." David calmly smiled. "Perhaps the bank statements will." He handed another document to the family elder. The old man read quietly before slamming it onto the table. "You transferred millions of naira into a joint account with another woman while planning to send your wife away?" Nobody defended Tund. Nobody. Bisi looked around desperately. "Brother, say something." For the first time all afternoon, Tund had nothing to say. Mama Tund burst into tears. "I raised you better than this."
He looked down. "I'm sorry, Manga."
She pointed toward the door.
"No, I'm sorry, Amara."
She shook her head. "Not today. You humiliated your wife. You disgraced this family." Then she turned toward Bisi. "And you." Bisi couldn't even look at her mother. The family elder stood. "In all my years, I've never witnessed such wickedness." Another uncle added, "You invited us here to shame your wife. Instead, you exposed yourselves." One after another, relatives walked over to Amara. Some apologized. Others hugged her. Several admitted they had suspected something, but never imagined it was this serious. Tund's tears filled his eyes. "Amara." She looked at him calmly. "I know I don't deserve another chance."
"No."
"I made terrible mistakes." "You did." "I was manipulated." She smiled sadly. "No, Tunde. You made your own choices." He fell to his knees. "Please forgive me. I already have." His eyes lit up with hope. "You have?" "Yes. I forgave you the day I stopped expecting honesty from you." He reached for her hand. She stepped back. But forgiveness isn't the same as reconciliation. David handed her a document. She signed it, then handed another copy to Tunde. He looked down. Divorce papers. His hands trembled. This is over? Amara nodded. It ended long before today. She turned toward the family. I genuinely wish this marriage had been built on love. She paused. But I've learned something. The people who constantly underestimate you often reveal themselves before they defeat you. You only have to be patient enough to listen. She thanked the elders for coming, thanked David, picked up her handbag, then walked toward the door without looking back.
No shouting, no insults, no revenge.
Just peace. 6 months later, Amara had opened her own financial consulting firm in Lagos. Business grew steadily because clients trusted her integrity. She smiled more, slept better, and no longer feared coming home. One afternoon, as she stepped out of a cafe after meeting a client, she heard a familiar voice. Amara. She turned. Tunde looked nothing like the confident man she had married. His shoulders were slumped. His eyes carried deep regret. I heard your business is doing well. It is. I'm happy for you. Thank you. He hesitated. I lost the house. She remained silent. Nkechi left.
Again, she said nothing.
My family barely speaks to Bisi anymore. He looked down. I destroyed the best thing that ever happened to me. Amara gave him a polite smile. I truly hope you become a better man someday. Then she walked away. She never looked back. Because sometimes the greatest victory isn't making the people who hurt you suffer. It's refusing to let their betrayal define the rest of your life. And as for Tunde and Bisi, they learned a painful lesson that day. A secret spoken in another language is still a secret waiting for the truth to expose it. If this story kept you watching until the very end, let us know in the comments. What was Tunde's biggest mistake? Betraying his wife, trusting his sister blindly, or believing the truth would never come out? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Story Galaxy TV, and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful story of betrayal, resilience, justice, and unforgettable life lessons. Until the next story, thank you for watching.